go. It smells like weed outside in the road, and here down the road. Hey, old blue. Air it out over here, and it's humid. It's hot. It's humid. I got a little sunburn. We had to walk packages down the road because the road was turned off because in some super HOA like condo land, they shut down the road to go spray stuff all over the place, and I don't know why. I finally deleted myself. I finally deleted myself off some things. Next, I'm deleting myself off Indeed, ZipRecruiter, and a couple other things because we came to terms and then what was working and what's not working in this world. We came to terms. And if you keep trying what's not working, a whole year will go by or more years will go by and you will still be not working because you chose to use what is not working. So we're getting off of all that. So we don't need endless spam emails. I have to tell people what it's like trying to go out there and apply yourself online, apply yourself to other people online, and all the other stuff. Just don't even do it. Even YouTube is dead now. What's the point of watching YouTube? Adam the Woo is dead. He died. It's really, really sad. What's the point? Another nice people were those Biffle people. They died in the plane crash. They were very nice too. They are now dead. So YouTube is dying. If you could do anything on YouTube, try to create something like educational or showcase something. Showcase. Make a gift out of your video if you can somehow. And you could talk about the crappy stuff too, but try to make a gift out of your YouTube. Kind of like Adam the Woo did. It was interesting every day. Or something interesting that you may never see, or you may have never learned about. So, all gone now. YouTube is dead. But yeah, the whole online thing though about meeting people and going out there, applying yourself, trying to find employment online. It's really a joke. I got called in to do the packages for some reason. I thought I was done after Christmas or the day before Christmas, like the 23rd. I thought I was done. Then I got called in after Christmas, like a couple days after Christmas, and like heavily this week. Maybe even tomorrow and next week. I don't know. I was poor. I mean, no, not poor. I mean broke. I was literally broke. I'm talking even up to about 2 weeks ago. Broke. I mean, I was just ready to just say, I totally give up. I'm never gonna get anywhere. I have to. That's why I was collecting so much shit. I was collecting so much stuff, just so I can get by with like another 50 and another 50 and another 50 and another 50 from the scrap iron node. I was going through my scrap wire, ready to get rid of all the wires. I knew it's worth a couple $100 just to get me going. Keep me going for like another day. I mean, broke. But then, luckily, the Shield invited me, and they said, "Come on over, do some running." It's not the best pay, but it's okay pay. The guy who drives a truck probably makes about $382 a day. I make like 150 to 170. So big difference, but still, I'm not complaining about it. It's just hot out now, which is horrible. I can't control the climate here. So, but now we're just poor. And then someone else wants to buy so much more stuff that I have. We think we did like over 500 on eBay in the last couple of days. It's online sales. Local sales might be over $1,000 to $1,200 local sales. This is incredible on how things have just changed so rapidly. I made 69 at the scrap iron yard the other day, and I have more. How's this? It changed the financial situation, and now I'm just poor now. I'm not no longer broke. I am just poor. Like right now, if someone invited me somewhere to go somewhere, I can actually afford it. When I couldn't all of last year, I couldn't afford it. I couldn't instantly put like a tank of fuel in a car. Couldn't instantly even go to like a restaurant. Couldn't instantly buy a pair of shoes. Couldn't do it. I was just totally broke, and now we're just poor. It's amazing. It's amazing turnover from broke to poor in such a short period of time. I'm just amazed. Now I'm looking at like these trailers and stuff at Home Depot. I go, I got $1,000 for a Home Depot trailer. I got $1,000, and it wouldn't affect me if I spent $1,000. I got the extra. It's it's like everything that I just wanted. Boom, you're there. I mean, you're still poor, but not broke in that short period of time. It's like I'm totally amazed after all the constant rejection and the constant struggle and the no, 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 and the door slamming on you, and I was just ready to just say fuck it, you know. And I over collected because of the fear of the uncertainty of the future. But now I don't have to over collect anymore. I just collect the good stuff. I just collect the good stuff to send to the scrap iron yard. We'll continue doing that. But yeah, amazing. Yo, I don't know who HRLD 66 is. No, I don't know who you are. But anyway, I want to talk about too when I was doing packages, the day Adam the Woo supposedly died, December 22nd. I was riding around here and this whole state had the most aggressive, huge wind. I don't know, it's hours and hours away from where they live, but still, tell me that's not a sign from the heavens that someone was taken that day. I say it's a sign. It was just crazy. I had to think about that. It was like really, really weird weather that day. Who knows? It was a special gift. They gave us a special gift on YouTube, and some people are crying about it. They're getting upset about it, but I can't do that. I just can't do that. I can't cry and get upset about it. You know, you can't bring someone back. But, huge loss to the community. YouTube is dead. Adam the Woo is dead. The vlog is over. And, you know, it's sad. Go out and do as much as you can every day. Stop dreaming about things and going out and actually living instead of just dreams. Don't even have any dreams. Just live instead. So, be more like that. And then, because you can be dead at 51 years old or younger, like Adam the Woo is. So many people I drive around doing, well, I'm not driving around, but going doing these packages, and you see the memorials for people and their ages, and it's not very old. The old people seem to live forever, and they're all just sitting around giving you a hard time and smoking weed everywhere, which I figured out. All over this place stinks like pot. It's fucking horrible when you go outside. I literally have to turn off your air conditioner in your car now, because even with the recirc on, it still gets in the cab. But just how bad it is. Out of control. It's worse than cigarette smoke and other stuff that's been happening, but nothing you can do about it. So yeah, poor, being broke to poor in a short period of time. I'm just going through some stuff in here because some people, I don't know what's going on tomorrow. What if it's nothing's going on tomorrow? Hopefully we'll try to invite some people over here to get rid of some items, and that will be good. We did another 40 before on eBay, so 69 yesterday, or the day, it might have been yesterday, and then 40, that's $100. What's crazy is, I remember watching this shit, what is it, like $280, I think a day, every day, equals like $102,000 a year or something, and people have motivated you and said you can easily do that in your own like reselling or creative job that you create for yourself, and they all have. It doesn't happen overnight, but I've been hitting that mark for a couple days now, which is amazing. I mean, I've hit it before, and I thought it was amazing, and how easy it was. But now, like the formula is just like boom, 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 ding, 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 ding. And when you do that, the growth is exponential so fast. So it's totally possible. It's totally possible to do 200, 300, and more a day. Totally possible every day. So it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. First is the idea of doing it, then it's a plan, then it's implementing, and then it's the rest of it's just kind of magic how it just falls into place. Yeah. Don't do things cheap. Don't sell yourself cheap. And be patient. Oh, one thing is I applied to Amazon, like, I don't know, November or something, and then I got sick. And then I was like, oh, whatever. And then maybe I got sick for a reason and didn't go through with that. But fuck that shit. Never gonna do anything with Amazon. Because you can see their act again. And how ass-kicking packages have become here with the heat and the hot sun. You don't really want to do that here. You don't really want to do the packages here in the hot sun, unless you're getting actually paid for it. Even UPS at $38 an hour for a fill-in driver. Okay, that's like that does kind of cover it. But if you're not getting that, it's just totally not worth it. For $21 an hour at Amazon to go do the same shit as that, not worth it. You break your ass going up and down these stairs. They're building more and more and more of these apartments. This place is like a city now. So you get a route and you're riding all over, and it's just it's really shit. I signed up a year ago and passed first try permit test and regular test, CDL, for a reason, and that was to not have to be exposed to the hot heat, going up and down flights of stairs, carrying heavy shit, loading and unloading trucks. That's why we did that for, and here I am doing that. But I'm not complaining about it because it's going to be over soon anyway. But yeah, today was a rough one because of the heat and the humidity. But we survived. You don't have really time to pee, you don't have time to poop, you don't have time to eat anything. It's go, 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 go. Kind of like this driving a tow truck. It's the same thing. So I'm like kind of used to it, but not, because go, 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 go. If you ever had a job like that, go, go, go. It's kind of annoying. Even the car shop is less go, 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 go than a driving a transport truck. I don't know. Who knows? Maybe Swift will take me on after this is over. I can finally afford it. Yeah, probably. If she goes see what people buy in this world now when we're doing packages, it's just amazing how much the cheap crap that people buy, and it's just so heavy. And then you see the trash day come and they're throwing out the same stuff or their old stuff. It's just a complete cycle, and the landfill is going to be like a gold mine soon with what gets thrown out. I mean, come on, look at this scrap that I'm getting. There's a small timer and an 8-foot bed pickup truck with no trailer. I can consistently hit 50 to near $100 over and over and over and over, and this stuff people's crap is throwing out. So I don't know, but they'll keep this. People literally throw away money. They literally throw it away, and profit from it somehow. That's what you have to do. Like this mat, they were throwing this away too. This mat's worth like $100. They threw it away. It's gonna be in the landfill forever. This mat. They don't care about it. I had it for months, but guess what? It will sell. I'm the cheapest guy. It will sell. I had brake calipers that someone threw in the dumpster because they put big brakes on a Jeep. The calipers are fine. They're like brand new calipers. But the hoses, they changed the whole thing to a big brake kit. They throw the old calipers out. I sold those calipers. So, It's endless. Minifigures, I sold them. They were gonna be in a landfill. Just complete stupid shit. And I sold it fast, but people don't want to do it. So I'm just running out of room. I can't be a dumping ground for everyone. I can't be a reseller. If I had more space, I could. But my goal is just to get rid of as much stuff as I can and cash it out to do what I have to do, like get land before it's too expensive. I'm probably going to build a shipping container house out. That's the only thing I can afford. I'll never be able to afford a regular home. So I came to terms, like, the only thing I can afford is like a shipping container house. But that's fine. So, in a shipping container garage. Is what it is. I got a welder. Yeah, but hopefully some truck company takes me after this is over. I don't know. Hopefully. And then we can build with that, and we'll be alright. And then from this being poor, maybe we can, if we went from broke to poor kind of rapidly, maybe we can go from broke to poor to like mediocre. You know, because I'm not one buying the freaking Porsche and the brand new pickup truck and all this shit. I don't want any of that fucking shit. You know, I just want enough to just get by. And I think we can without busting our ass in the heat and the sun and the heat. That's why I quit the tow truck shit too. I said nice idea with the tow truck, but then it was downpouring rain, the heat and humidity, and all this other shit. I don't want to do this anymore. If I'm doing the tow truck stuff ever again, it's gonna be with my own tow truck, operating in the way that I want to operate it, like drunk cars and other stuff. And that's it. We're not going anymore with that. So you have to have that guidance and not just think that you can do everything when you really can't do everything. Sometimes some ideas just come in your head and you think it's so easy to do, and it's really not. It turns to a nightmare. It's like that easy car job that turns into something that's supposed to take 20 minutes and you're working on it for 20 days because it just keeps going wrong and wrong and wrong and wrong and wrong. So, but you'd think it's going to be, oh, I watched the video on YouTube. It looks like really easy. It takes 20 minutes. Sometimes the video on YouTube says that it takes like 6 hours, and it doesn't. I laugh at them because I got the part out in like 2 minutes. So, you know, that's all debatable. But yeah, it's really, really crazy though how quick you can change your life around just by the right things happening and being patient. And most of it's a surprise. I always joke about this all the time. The only things that happen instantly are illness, problems, and death, and sometimes a surprise. I've been saying that for years, and it's totally true. One day everything's fine, next day you're ill. All right, everything's fine, someone dies. Like Adam the Woo died. Wasn't really expecting it. One day gone. You know, problems. Everything was going just fine, and then you now have a huge problem at hand, and you have a big mess, and you have to problem solve and think about how you're gonna fix all this and fix all that. And then sometimes it's a surprise. Everything is totally just wow, works out and it's easier than what you thought. Or it's a bad surprise. You go, well, surprise! I knew they were a piece of crap. I knew they were a piece of crap. Yeah, so much for that. But yeah, amazing. Or you find a bunch of scrap wire. I found scrap wire before in a dumpster. So anyway, I'm out of here. I'm not rambling forever. I just can't make a regular video on YouTube anymore because A, it doesn't get any views, and B, I don't have any space. I don't have any space on this phone. I don't have any space on this computer. I don't even have any really physical space. But hopefully that will change in a couple of days here and get a little bit of space. So, a little there. I had to collect like mad though. Ever have a situation like that where you're like almost like a farmer preparing for the future of uncertainty, and you just keep on like collecting and collecting and collecting. And I thought why I did it. Yeah, I got the amp today. A funny little note on the box. I like that. Old blue. I don't even. Your amp looks really, really nice and new, opposed to the other amps. Yeah, formal blue. I wonder if they will work if I bench test it. And I don't think I don't know if it needs a ground on that bracket or not. I don't want to blow it up, but you should be able just to bench test it if I plug it in, because I got the console apart now, to see if that actually is the problem or it is the actual radio. I don't know. I might not even be here tomorrow though, so I don't know. Who knows? It could be running again. It's alright though. It went from broke to poor. it's great like that. Just in a couple days of opportunity. And some guy wants to buy a pump from the East Coast for like $1,000. He wants to give me $1,000 for this brand new pump I have. It's an expensive pump, and it is brand new. So, yeah, I think one of the wires might be ground. You're right. So it should just be able to plug it in under the connectors and just bench test it. I could do it now, but it probably smells in there and it's dirty and it's dark out. I'll try tomorrow if I get home early. If I get called in, I don't know. You can also bench test, I think, see if the sound is coming out of the radio. Because the radio could be a problem too. By plugging in like a little harness from a radio and just tapping into one of the wires. You'll figure it out. Anyway, yeah, from poor to broke. I mean, broke to poor. It's amazing. Some guy wants to buy his weights tomorrow or the next day, like $15. Let him go get them out of here. Two of them look crappy. That's why the price is what it is. Those weights sell for a lot more on eBay than what it is. What else? Like someone wants to buy a sound bar from me, maybe for like $300. It'll be okay. It will be okay soon. Finally, the breakthrough that we needed will be here. Yeah, should play. I get no sound at all, and now when you put the radio on, nothing at all, and it will pop. Sometimes, bam, bam, and then it goes. It's the most weirdest thing. Bam! Now it doesn't even do it anymore. It goes nothing at all. So, unless something else blew up, I don't know. Figure it out. I'm pretty sure too the Tahoe and the Crew Cab amps, they are different part numbers. I think they're kind of worked out. Whoa. Wagon. Camera holder doesn't work. Yeah, that thing's trashed. Oh boy. They really trashed that thing. There's en route where we're doing boxes, there's a lot of GMT 800s in there. They're just not in really bad shape. They're actually in very nice shape. People have like new Suburbans and Tahoes and pickup trucks. I mean, like pristine. Paint's fine on them, not a dent on them. And like they're the same year. Whatever happened to that thing, there's no excuse for that. What happened to that thing? No excuse at all. It's just trashed. Trash from being careless. So, pretty sad. Probably doesn't even have any oil in it. It's probably 2 quarts down low on oil because the front crank seal slings oil all over the place, leaks, oil pan leaks, and the back cover leaks again, like bad. But they don't even check the oil. They don't even check it. I bet it's 2 quarts down right now. So that'll be next. The engine will blow up. But yeah, not here to bitch and complain about shit. Just saying that you can change things around fast in life. It's amazing. Anyway, I keep going out to do the packages, and I see Swift, and they literally have people driving a semi truck who look like they're like curled over and half dead, for real. So should be quite easy to do that. Anyway, I was gonna go scrap this, but I wasn't gonna keep it. I have no chairs, and this is some Chinese stool. It has dents in it, but I think I can take it apart. There's screws in the bottom and get to it, and knock some of the dents out so it looks better. But yeah, I have like nothing at all when it goes up. So sometimes I think I just give away everything. Now I have a little bench to sit on. It's kind of nice. Place to sit down. This thing I have to use when I have boxes in it now. And I can finally afford to tint out the windows on it. Yours has 0 oil leaks for real? And it's like never been like, it has miles on it too. Well, what causes, I'm convinced what causes oil leaks vehicle or any kind of gasket failure or anything is the cycling. So if you're an idiot, like some people, idiots, like in condo land, commonly, and we see around here, they're using their car like a freaking golf cart. They're going on, off, or off, on, off, on, off, on, off, on, off, on, off, on. All that pressure cycle and the heat cycle, the oil, Okay, the gaskets, you know, shrinking and swelling, shrinking, swelling, shrinking, swelling. Even the head gaskets under pressure, you know, then not under pressure. Because I believe an engine could run for a very long time, running consistently without that on and off cycling shit, and you'll have like almost no oil leaks. And it could be a very, very old engine running up and down the interstate like a semi truck because the thing's not being cycled. But when you, yeah, because the cycling though, the short bullshit. I want to go here. 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 Zing 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 zing. That's what's destroying your car. It's destroying all the gaskets and the seals. So when that engine is just operating for the longer period of time, you know, under those conditions, I think you're gonna get a lot more life out of the gaskets and everything. Yeah, bozo kind of shit. You see it all over the place where it go like these freaking boomers. They just have a thought in their head, like a child, and they're just going outside again, and then they come back, going outside again, come back, going outside again, come back. It's like, and every time they use the car, they got the automatic mirrors that go in and out. They roll up and down the windows like 16 times. They're moving the seat back and forth 16 times. Like, what's the purpose of that shit? I don't know. Those are the cars that are all screwed up. So there's the difference. Anyway, it's easy as that. How to figure out why cars have oil leaks and cars don't. That's why Whitey almost has no oil leaks. Is why every time I use a white truck, that thing was being ran for a long period of time. Okay, I replaced minimum seals on that. The thing's 32 years old. Minimum seals. It drips, you know, a little wet here and there, but mostly not bad. So there's an example right there. How to trash your car. Simple steps. So nothing I can do about it. It's stupid shit. It's all about your lifestyle. It's even like people they you know, some people they look really, really shitty and old, and some people look okay when they're old just because of their lifestyle. Yeah, they take care of it. And then you really take care of it. You don't do dumb shit like that. You'll save thousands of dollars on repairs, and you won't have a driveway that's filled with oil and everything. Yeah, that's definitely what does it though. Even like all the UPS trucks that we're in, they leak oil like crazy, and they're all 6 liter Chevys or a lot of them, because you know what is a UPS truck doing? On and off, 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 on and off. So like the thing's just pouring oil everywhere, on like every single one. The valve covers are just trashed on them, you know, and some of the trucks only have like 170, 180,000 miles, but they're just like gunked. That's why. It's the cycling. That's what'll blow your head gaskets on your car too. People go, "Oh, my car needs a head gasket job." Your car needs a head gasket job because you did that shit on and off, on and off, on and off, and you probably neglected the coolant at the same time. So that's why it needs that. So, but blame it on the manufacturer. Blame it on the manufacturer. Blame it on the parts. Blame it on the mechanic. Don't blame it on yourself. Don't blame it on yourself. And then end it with, "Oh, I'm just gonna go buy a new car. I'm just gonna go buy a new car." What do you mean the new car costs $62,000 now? What do you mean? I'm gonna go buy a good used car then. What do you mean the used car cost? I don't know. I don't know. I've seen plenty of people show up buy stuff from me. They had a GT 800, and the thing had, you know, what was that guy who bought a bunch of tools from me? His had 525,000 miles on it. It was a 2000, I think. I think it was a 2000 or maybe 2002. 525,000 miles. I think he said he rebuilt the transmission once. And he had a stroke. The man had a stroke. I mean, he was working, but he wasn't in his best health anymore. He had a stroke and he talked very strange. And he told me about it. Don't mind his voice. He had a stroke. I go, it's okay. I can understand you. But he was still working on it and being around fixing stuff even after having a stroke, which affected his voice and a bunch of other his functions. But he got by. So he rebuilt his whole transmission himself too in his garage. Yeah. Oh, you should see these cars now, man. That I want to do a video of it. Just like, so I gotta go through a lot of lots now and stuff, and look at all these new cars, going house to house and dropping off boxes still. helping the UPS guy. And these all new cars are set up now. You're just looking at the back of them, the back of the car on the all new cars. They're totally set up for one little rear end hit. The taillights get blown out. The back hatch, if it's an SUV, will need replacement, or the trunk will need replacement. And of course, the bumper and whatever is underneath that bumper, like that whole little back half, that steel where the spare tire tub is, if it even has a spare tire, will be destroyed in like a 10-mile-an-hour impact. Like that, and everyone's, when you just look at all the manufacturers and designs, they're all designed for that to happen with a little. Even the pickup trucks now, the pickup trucks, the way they put the bumper used to stick out really, really far on the pickup trucks. Now they don't anymore. The bumper's kind of like tucked in under the tailgate. So boom, when they get whacked again, tailgate's destroyed. Probably the sides of the bed where the tailgate is in, buckled, bumper shot. They do it on purpose. So when the shit gets whacked, it's gonna cost so much to fix, and then boom, you're back buying a new car again. I don't know. This is weird when you just start looking at it, like what's gonna fail. So anyway, we're out of here because we got to do more stuff when we're running since the morning. Hopefully we can find a trucking job this year though. So like not OTR, but like just local or like a regional kind of deal. Hopefully. And then we could actually not be poor anymore. And we can finally buy our land and get out of this shithole place. And I'm literally gonna live in a container. I've decided that I'm going to live in a container house. The only thing you can afford these days. There's no point in spending $300, $400, $500,000 in a home or more. There's no point in that when you can set up a container house for a fraction of cost and have a roof deck, and then you build a structure over the container house with a slant roof, and then you have like a whole little outdoor area, and then this huge air gap, and then you can have multiple containers, and you can turn them off when you don't need them. Yeah, I'm going to California. I don't use so many plates here now in California, in this dumpy area because it's cheap. This part of Florida is cheap compared to the other states, and it's been just growing exponentially. This place used to be weird, man. It used to be a bunch of like rednecks, rundown people, rundown cars, dirt poor people. Now you see Ferraris, Lamborghinis, Porsches all over the place riding around. Never used to see that. It's like living in Long Island again. Bugattis, you see freaking everything, man. Rolls Royces, crazy shit everywhere. So the poor people, I don't know what happened to them. Did they die or something? I don't know. Or maybe they're over the river. I haven't been over there in quite some time. They could be still over the river. I don't know. Yeah. No, we ain't going to California. California has a lot of trucking jobs, but you don't want to pay the tax on it when you're earning in California. I think the dude who went to our truck school though, he had OTR for a little bit. Uh, I don't know. Curious Cars. I'm not familiar with the channel, but he might. A lot of people do live in like Naples, or they live around here, or they live like a little north of here. Even Cletus isn't too far. In Bradenton, that's only like an hour away. Where the Biff was supposed to go, and then he died in a plane crash. And his whole family, which is really, really just horrible. Yeah, probably. Yeah, that's only like, shit, you can get there in like 30 minutes. I was down there in Whitey. I took Whitey to Naples to go look for on clearance Target items a couple months ago. It was at night. It was funny as hell. I drove the freaking beater scrapper truck down there, all the way down the highway. It made it like, I don't know, 25 miles, I think, one way there and 25 miles back. So it made it there. And I'm coming back and I'm riding with a red, I don't know what freaking Ferrari it was. It was a cool one though, like the front engine, rear wheel drive one. I can't think of the model. Or red though, black wheels. So I'm riding with it, going down back to the highway. So I'm like, that's funny, man. Freaking like $3,000, $1,500, $3,000 truck, whatever the hell, and Ferrari. And I laughed thinking about how I used to ride with like Ferraris all the time in the old shitty white truck, coming home from like work and shit like that from the Toyota store. that was a common sight in Long Island. They were going out east, and then that hasn't happened in such a long time. So I left. But then I was thinking the old truck is cooler than a Ferrari. It kind of is. I don't know. It's more functional. Yeah. Mm, yeah. I haven't been down there in a while though. I used to go down there every single day with the Peterbilt tow truck and pick up cars. That was like 10 years ago. Very long time ago. I don't miss that shit. But people, if you ever had like a car transport business or something, you advertise down there, and a guy with a tow truck told me all the money he used to make because his business was down there, and he only had was a 2-car tow truck, but he highly advertised down there. Or just went around and gave him his business card to all these car dealers, repair shops everywhere down in Naples. So he had constant flow, constant cash flow, and he always had high-end cars on his international. He had a Century deck on the international regular cab tow truck, all blacked out except the wheels. But he always had something fancy on it, like a Lamborghini, a Porsche. And it's funny, he usually had a Mercedes, and since it was only a Mercedes, it was always riding on the wheel lift. Like usually Mercedes, you don't put on the wheel lift, but it was a Mercedes. It was cheaper than what he had. But yeah, that was him. And he told me one time after months and months and months, I still remember that. He was like, "Hey man, you're never gonna be anything." He talked to me just like that. You're never gonna be anything doing this unless you get your own truck and you do what I did. And he told me exactly what he did. He said, "You can do this very easily. All it takes is that you just have to go knock on everyone's door, say, hey, I tow cars. Hey, I transport cars. Hey," and then set up your clientele to the high-end ones versus the shit ones. That's all you gotta do. So, and then they see that you're worthwhile or whatever, and your truck's kind of clean, and you're not an idiot, and you'll get all that work, and you'll be transporting them, not even long haul, like short, 50, 100-mile runs. Yeah, you'd be making serious. You can charge them, probably like $200. So that's $400 for each car you have. You're loaded. That's $400. $400. $400. Do the math. Do the math. Even with your expenses on the truck and diesel a day, you'll be doing okay. And your insurance costs. So one day, hopefully. I remember like the second day of truck school when I was talking to the teacher. He goes, "Yeah, hopefully I can get a CDL and do this and pass." And I told the guy, first thing I want to do is buy a tow truck. And he was like, "If you stick with it, you're going to be able to afford that tow truck." And I was like, "I hope so." That was a year ago. I don't know. That'll be cool. One day you'll see it, maybe. One day you'll see it on here. You don't know. If things just work out, we'll see it, and it'll just be ecstatic, and we can afford that shit. We can get our own 2-car Hino tow truck with a Century deck. Be a nice truck, air ride, air rides, air brakes, get all that shit. And then when the old beater cars break, you won't care because you have your own truck. And you could get into junk car buying and you collect Chevy pickup trucks. But need land, need a container house, and we'll get it. If I can fix being broke to poor as fast as I did, you can do that. But it all comes together. It's been rough. It's been rough. What's going on here? I should go down to Naples though, like and do a video and sell some stuff. I'll do a week Adam the Woo kind of video, being that he's dead now, which is real sad. But real sad. Yeah, show that place. There's some cool parks down there too, on the other side of the highway. They're pretty barren. But, I don't know, maybe next cold front we'll try it. Hopefully we can set that up though. You see, I couldn't even do stuff like that. I'm spinning my chair if you're wondering what I'm doing on this board. Going whee. So, like for months I couldn't even afford going on a small trip or anything around here. It was just absolutely terrible. But now I can. So, totally amazing. So anyway, I'm out of here. I'm done rambling. Just be safe. Be good. Remember that what you need, it will come to you, and people will come to you, and you'll be able to sell stuff. I can't believe if the guy really buys the pump this weekend for $1,000, I'm gonna be freaking amazed by it. I gave him a deal. The pump's like $1,500 for you to buy it, plus tax or whatever. I have one. The storage unit had it. Someone threw out all these motors and stuff. They were just like kicked out or they moved. So hopefully I get that. It'll be my highest sailing item ever. You know, I've got there in stages. You know, it was like $50 was amazing, $100 was amazing, $200 was amazing, $300 was amazing. I don't know, $500 was amazing. Now, boom. I don't know. What did I sell? No, last thing I sold was a vacuum for like $300 or $200. I don't know. That was kind of amazing. And it was a tough sell. But there's always going to be someone who buys something. And then we'll be okay. I wish someone would buy this damn printer. This garage is packed with shit. One day it won't be. One day we'll clear it out. So, I'm out of here. Rest in peace, Adam the Woo. We gotta do more Adam the Woo type videos. Everybody does. Make your life more interesting and playful, opposed to all the BS which is going on. Yeah, real sad. Real sad. I don't know if he has a, being I can afford it now, I don't know if he's gonna have a, some kind of memorial in Florida. I'm tempted to go. If it's gonna be in Florida when it's announced. I don't know, I'm tempted. Because now that I actually have, you know, a couple $100 to spend opposed to nothing at all. I don't know. I've been in here too long though. Bye! Maybe we can fix all blue. I don't know. Or who cares? I don't know.